Today we're going to be looking at all 8 members of the Strobe and Incandescent Beacon Squad from the Florida Arc. So there's 8 members. We'll get into that later. Let's go through 1 to 7. This here's our first member. This here is the leader, since it's the first member of this group. This tower still has its strobe and incandescent beacon. Uh, I'm pretty sure it has an FH301. I'm not sure what brand. I'm not sure what. I know the incandescent's modern, obviously, though I don't know what company it came from. So yeah, you know, hopefully it's like TWR, something like that. I think that would be cool. So yeah, but at least it has a rare beacon. It has a FH301. That's John Moyock's favorite beacon, if you didn't know that. So yeah, it's pretty nice how this one still has its old beacon set up. So yeah, I filmed it, and when I filmed it, it was actually stuck on night mode, so I got to film its incandescent flashing. Though I only noticed it while driving away from it, because it was day, and the incandescent's dim at day. It's only made for night mode, not day mode. So yeah, I think it would be very, very cool if both beacons were flashing. So yeah, that was a little disappointing how both beacons weren't flashing. That would have been nice to see. So yeah, this here it still has its beacon set up. This here is our second member. This one, it had I'm pretty sure it had an FH308 and modern incandescent. Yeah, it had a modern incandescent, though its single strobe is a little bit of a mystery. I think it had an FH308 if I'm right. But sadly, it now has a mysterious LEDs, making this an accomplishment tower. So I never seen this at night, but I seen it at day. When I filmed it, it was at day mode. It wasn't stuck on night mode at all and stuff. But it would have been nice so I could see what night mode it had, because every member of this tower group that has LEDs now had the exact same LED that I know of. This LED here I only seen in Florida. I never seen this LED anywhere else, so it's just a Florida beacon, I think. So yeah, I've seen this beacon on night. I seen this beacon once at night. Um, there's two towers. These two red and white radio towers around Tampa, Florida. One of the LEDs flashes similar to Walmart LEDs and old school LEDs, and then the other one flashes like modern LEDs. So this could either be a modern LED or one of those weird old schoolish Walmart tower LEDs, that the Walmart tower has. So hopefully it doesn't have flashing sign markers. That's what I'm worried about. I don't see this having a crappy LED night mode. It's obviously not a crappy LED. It's not an FTS 370. It doesn't have that look. It's not that. It's a mysterious Florida beacon. So yeah. Before I went to Florida and stuff, I could easily get street view of this tower with its old beacon set up, but I couldn't get it. Must have the highway must have gotten new street view, so that completely locked me out of old street view. So I can only view the LED, but it had a modern incandescent and an FH308, I think. So yeah, there's the second member. Here is the third member. This is when I realized that there's more than 3 members in this group. I completely forgot that. I completely forgot that there were three. I completely forgot 3 members existed in this group. I thought there was only 3, but it seems like there were 3 more that I completely forgot about. So yeah, Tower 3 is Unlike Tower 1 and 2, this one's actually a cell tower hybrid. I don't think the others have cell antennas. They only have microwave antennas and these normal antennas. I don't know what they're called. I should know this crap, right? Uh, so when I filmed this tower, it was on day mode. It still has its FH308 and modern incandescent. I believe that's an FH308, I think. But it still has its strobe and LED. I mean, strobe and incandescent. So yeah, there's that. I didn't get to film this at night, obviously. Um, hopefully I get to, maybe. So it's been quite a few months since I filmed this tower, so I bet it has an LED now. I have that feeling. I also have a feeling that member 1 has an LED now since it was stuck on night mode, and I have a feeling that's not a temporary thing. It's probably been stuck on night mode for quite a while, I would think. So yeah, there's the third member. Now we're going to take a look at the fourth member that's just right over here. This is the fourth member, member 4. So this here, I only have bad news for this tower. Literally, I don't have no good news. I just have double bad news. The first thing is it doesn't have its strobe and incandescent beacon set up anymore. It now has an LED. Oh, actually, I can say there is a little bit of good news, but yeah, that's some of the bad news. Here's more of the bad news. I didn't film this. I uh, I had no idea that this tower had this beacon set up. So I didn't film it. I thought it was just some random ordinary tower with some ordinary beacon. Well, just if it still had its strobe and if it still had its old beacon setup, I would definitely film it because I would know. I would reckon. I would I would definitely see the incandescent sticking up and stuff. So yeah, like I guess I guess the incandescent was removed. So here's the good news. um, it might have an LED now, but it still has an incandescent. But I think it might have been removed. But in this street view, it shows its LED and incandescent. So I was actually wrong. Not all members of the tower group have the same LED. This one actually has a different LED. It might be a crappy LED, maybe. It looks flat, so there might be a chance now. But it's not that mysterious LED. So yeah. When I seen it, I don't remember. My throat's getting ticklish. Come on, I was excited to make this video. When I seen this, I didn't see its incandescent. I would have definitely noticed it because it would just be sticking out like a sore thumb. But I didn't see it. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, I don't think it's there anymore. Here's other street view of the tower. As you can see, there's no visible red, so it must have been removed. So yeah, the last trace of its old beacon setup is gone. So yeah, not filming this tower is one of my many regrets in the Florida arc. I wish I filmed this tower. Today I would, if I filmed one certain tower and there's another tower next to it, I would definitely most likely film that tower as well. I would just film both. But back then, I guess I guess I didn't do that because I didn't film this tower. No, I didn't. Though there were some other towers that I filmed, and there's other towers next to them, and I filmed them and stuff. So I don't know why I didn't film this. I guess because it had an LED and it was and towers with LEDs they can get boring sometimes since LEDs they're always predictable and all that crap and whatever. And so yeah, there's that. So yeah, this sucks. It doesn't have an incandescent anymore. So yeah, now then, we're going to move on to member 5, and member 5 is actually special. Well, I said that wrong. They're all 8 towers are special. This here is member 5. Oh, I forgot to mention, I think the fourth member is the only member that's not a microwave tower. It's just a cell tower. You can say that's a microwave, but I don't consider that to turn. I don't consider that to be. Well, I mean, it is a microwave, but that alone won't make this tower a microwave tower. It's a cell tower. So yeah, forgot to mention that. All right, back to member 5. Oh, no. All right, there. This is the fifth member. This here is mostly a full-on microwave tower. It has just 2 stray antennas here. This member is special because it was the only member to have an old school incandescent. So yeah, it had an old school incandescent instead of a modern incandescent. That's very surprising. I would just imagine this having modern incandescent. So I guess that means this tower might be the oldest. Maybe, just maybe. I don't know, but it had an incandescent. I mean, old school incandescent. Oh, and also had an FH301 as well. So yeah, the little return of the FH308. I mean 301. And here's that mysterious LED again that the most of these towers tend to have. So yeah, like there it is now. All right, so I'm not really going in order of the thumbnail that I showed you guys, and I'll tell you that right now. This tower here comes after member 5 and comes before member 6. This here is just a middle member. It's a secret member that comes before member 6. This is the secret member A. So yeah, like this should be member 6, but I don't consider it to be one of the main members. This here is just a secret member. This one is just I'm going to call it member A to get into the alphabet and away from numbers for a little bit, just to make it more weird, more secret. Like in some Mario games, I remember there's these secret levels that would be called level A or level B, level C, level D, whatever, I don't know. But they were usually a secret. They were usually secret or alternative levels. So this is a secret because this is not actually located on the highway. It's located farther away from the highway, where it's much harder to see or film if you see it from the highway. It's in one of the cities that one of the towns you'll cross on the highway where all the other members stand. So yeah, like I discovered this quite a while ago, just a few months ago. I remember I was at school. I was on the school computer, looking at these towers and stuff, looking around the area, and I found this while on the highway with where all the other members stand. And from the distance, I seen a tower that looked like one of the Strobe and Incandescent Tower Squad members. You know how they always look like this. They don't have no platforms on them. They always have these microwaves on them. That's what they all look. Well, that's what most of them look like. Um, so I was just like, oh, does that mean this might have the strobe and incandescent beacon set up? So I tracked it down and I found out it actually does have the strobe and incandescent beacon set up. So so yeah, I don't know if there's any new street view of this tower. Um, so yeah, I don't know if this still has its beacon set up or not, but I bet it does. Maybe. Actually, it probably has an LED. Though let's hope it still has this beacon set up, cause that'll be cool. So yeah, there's that. This is member A, secret member A. I like how the top is wider than some of the other members. Like this is wide. This is basically the first and second member, but with a wide top. So yeah, there's that. Now then, time to move on to a semi-final 6 member. This is the semi-final member 6. The reason why I consider this to be the semi-final member of the tower group is because it's the last tower that has this beacon setup that you see before reaching Orlando, Florida. So it's one of the last towers you see on the highway before you branch out to a different highway and all that stuff. So yeah, like this is like a farewell kind of. So yeah, like I know this, like when you pass this tower, you immediately go onto a branching highway to go to Orlando, Florida. So this is kind of like the final boss of the group. And for some reason, I look up to this tower more of a I wish I named this tower the leader, actually. But I don't really want to change anything, so the first member is still the leader. Though this one looks like it will be the leader, the leader of the group. So yeah, there it is. This one also has an FH301 with a modern incandescent. But sadly, it doesn't have its Strobe and Incandescent beacon anymore. It now has that mysterious LED. So yeah, this is another one. This is another accomplishment tower in this group of towers. So yeah, it's very disappointing. It's very sad. I wish I could have filmed all of them with their old beacon setups, though that's very impossible because these towers are states away from where I live, and these LEDs tend to always these LEDs are just coming quick, very very fast. They always replace the cool beacon setups for some reason, like. They replace cool beacon setups like the strobe and incandescent beacon setup very very fast, faster than others, faster than dual strobes. So yeah, like it's not going to really be possible. It's not going to be possible to film all of them with their strobes and incandescents without one of them having LEDs now. So yeah, it's a sad truth, but but welcome to the LED takeover. This is what tower life is now. LEDs everywhere, taking over and stuff. And for some reason, it started in 2018. Like I know the LEDs. LEDs were around for quite a while, and and new towers that would be built around the middle to later 2010s, they would always get LEDs. No strobes, well, definitely no incandescents most of the time, but no, barely any strobes, or usually no strobes, only LEDs. That's how it was. Other towers that had strobes and incandescents, they wouldn't really be replaced. They would the majority of towers want to get LEDs, basically what I'm trying to say. But ever since 2018, I swear, LEDs just popped up left and right. It was a complete massacre. It was a takeover. Literally every tower that was memorable to me in a flash got LEDs. That's how it was, literally. And that's how it is. So it's not really that possible to film all these towers with their old beacon setups where I am. And, like that'll take quite a that wouldn't be possible. I live states away from Florida and all that crap and whatever. So yeah, now it's time to get on to the final member. This here is a true final member. This here is the secret 7th member, member 7. I consider this to be a secret member, just like member A. for some reason. Probably because it's not on the main path like the main towers. It's on a different highway, I'm pretty sure. And it's on a highway that my parents wouldn't usually take to really go anywhere. Like this is not a highway that we would be on. So yeah, um, at least we wouldn't go far enough out to see this tower. So I would never see it though. But we went to Savannah, and that's when I got to see a tower. I had no idea I was going to film this. I remember when I first found this, I noticed it was a microwave tower, and I was just like, hmm, did this used to have the strobe and incandescent beacon set up? And then I looked at old Street View, and I found out it did have the strobe and incandescent beacon, and I was just like, holy crap, holy crap. So yeah, I remember there's old Street View next to it where you were able to see its old beacon setup, but both you're able to see both beacons, nothing blocking it, nothing in the way. That's what I'm trying to say. Like that top microwave wouldn't be blocking anything. I tried to find that old Street View again, but I guess it was updated because I got the LED again. Yeah, I kept on getting the LED. Though I did get this old Street View. Sadly, you're only able to see the incandescent, and I like how the incandescent looks. I think it's because of lighting, but it just looks cooler for some reason. It doesn't look so red. It looks very dark red, purplish red, I guess you can say. So yeah, you're only able to see its incandescent. You're not able to see its strobe. But I remember it having an FH308 as its strobe. So yeah, as its day mode, basically. But I can't find that old Street View that I was talking about earlier. I think this here might have been that old Street View, that street that I would find the old Street View at least. So yeah, like I can't find it anymore. Google Maps updated the Street View, so I can't find it. And that's a gigantic loss. I wanted to show you its old beacon setup, but I can't. Same story with Member 4. I couldn't find I couldn't find its old beacon setup. I couldn't find Street View of its old strobe. So yeah, like there's that. Yeah. So out of all 8 members, we only have like a one, two, three, maybe three members that still have their strobes and incandescents, and then the rest have LEDs. Thank you. Thank you very much. I definitely appreciate how you ruined this entire group. Soon I'll have to rename this tower group as the Accomplishment Tower Group. So yeah, like the Accomplishment Tower Squad. Who's with me? No, no. Hopefully nobody's with me because I'm not changing the name anytime soon. Though the name is kind of outdated now in days. So yeah, like I remember these towers. I remember there's a every time I'll be on that highway, I would uh, I would keep on seeing these random towers that had the strobe and incandescent beacon set up, and I was wondering why was that beacon set up just appearing left and right? Like the thing that caught my attention was how all and most of the towers looked the same, and they all had the same beacon setup. Like that's a rare beacon setup. I even known that was a rare beacon setup back then. That was like 2013, I would imagine, or 14 maybe. I don't know. So yeah, like that's pretty sad how the nostalgia. Well, the nostalgia is still there, but the beacons they're gone. They're gone. I would definitely appreciate if they left the old strobe and incandescent beacon on the tower and put the LED on the third leg of the tower and leave the other 2 beacons alone. Just leave them up there. Like that would have been cool. But I did hear that would pose some problems. So yeah. Um, there's that. It's disappointing how this happened. But That's all 8 members. And there are towers. There are other towers, other microwave towers that have this beacon set up, and used to have the beacon set up that I filmed on my way to Savannah to Savannah, Georgia, around the time where I was around when I left Florida. So yeah, I don't consider those to be part of this group. They're just on their own, I guess. If you don't take that branching highway to Orlando, if you keep on going down, you'll eventually find more towers that have strobes and incandescents. So you can kind of say those are members too, but they're more and more secret members, like top secret members, I guess. I don't know, but they come after member 6. So yeah, there's that. See you guys later. Bye.